There have been no more interesting moments in my life than when my daughter begins to exhibit similar issues to the ones I had when I was a child. We're coloring at the living room coffee table, and she stops for a moment, black crayon in hand. I look at the paper because the scribbling has stopped, and there on the paper is a woman with a rictus grin. It's creepy in that way only a child can create creepy. There are little eyes examining me with the kind of scrutiny that says, I don't know if I want an answer to the question I'm about to ask. What? I ask. She takes in a deep breath, and her head withers, her eyes waver, and she begins to color again, pressing as hard as her little hands can. The rictus smile now has razor blade teeth, and I'm worried, but not because of the drawing, because I'm a dad. Let the psychologists figure out the paper. There's no better reason as far as I'm concerned. I tell her there's no question she could ask me, that she should be afraid of the answer. Better you know than not know, and if it's a thing I don't think you should know, well, then I just won't tell you. Her head remains down and draped in her white blonde hair. What is it? I prod. She says there's a girl that's mean to her at school. Immediately my mind goes into angry dad mode. I'm thinking about throwing whatever little bitch is bothering my princess into a wall and saying stay away from her, or I'll use a flamethrower on you until you're nothing but carbon compounds. I'm just kidding, thinking this anyway. I wouldn't flamethrow a little girl. Or would I? Anyway, I ask her why. She answers, because when I got my hair cut short, she said I looked like a boy, and now she tries to get the other girls not to play with me. I ask her what's wrong with looking like a boy. You'd be the prettiest little boy ever. She's not amused. Also, I have a strange feeling that this was not what she wanted to ask me. I'm elate with the possibility that this is something that goes much deeper than a mere girl bullying her. I probe further. Have you tried approaching her and asking her what the problem is? No. Why not? I'm thinking it's because she thinks the way I did at that age. That means the end. Having to face someone and talk. Just talk about whatever's going on. She says because I hate her and I want her to shut up. So do I say under my breath. Wow, I think she's more like I was than I thought. I think that you should talk to her instead of fighting with her. I tell her my grandfather said that if you have a problem with someone, go to them rather than everyone but them. It's better to talk to them than to talk shit. But Grandpa also said that the spiked ice boots of the North Atlantic fishermen of the 18th century were for stomping on the face of an enemy after you've defeated them. But I'm not gonna tell that to her. Or will I? She says okay, and now there's something else. She'll ask me on her time, I guess. So I go back to drawing my radioactive cantaloupe with spaghetti arms. Suddenly, very matter-of-factly, she asks me if the world can end. Holy shit. Momentarily, I don't know what to say to her. I'm heartbroken and terrified at the same time. It's a matter of telling her the truth and getting that shit out of the way early, or lying and being a total pussy. If I tell her that one day, yes, the world will end in a fiery doom when the sun finishes its main sequence and bloats to a red giant destroying all that we know, she may take it badly. I could tell her, not in your lifetime. But then I have to face the Pandora's box of a kid's questions about death. Why are you worried about that, sweetheart? I take my most Freudian chim pose, listening intently. I was just thinking about it. With the other kids, it's snarling monsters in the dark, demons, ghosts, or just the mere dark, but mine, she's worried about the end of the world. Fucking hell. I don't care how she learned about the end of the world. I have a decision to make. What she can know or not know. I know it's not right to terrify a child, but it's not right to lie to them either. And I don't know if I can just say to her that it's not something I want to discuss with her, because that might terrify her more. She's a smart one, this one, and also it's kind of a cop-out, leaving her there to sit with her thoughts. I can't allow that. What do you mean by the end of the world? She says, where everyone dies. So you don't mean the end of the earth, you mean the end of human life. Yes, no, the end of everything. You mean the universe? So I said something that I don't know if I regret. Eventually the universe will expand till there's no more heat or energy. Everything will die? Yes, honey. Everything dies. What happens after you die? And inside I'm thinking, what have I done? But I say, you shouldn't worry about that. She moves next to me on the couch and cuddles under my arm. I don't know what happens after you die. She asks, what do you believe happens? Nothing. I don't believe anything happens. Stop telling me this. Stop. She's crying. This normally goofy and happy child, with the exception of one little bully girl that I will flamethrow to dust later, who is usually the belle of the ball, is crying. And I know that I've created a place in her where truth and anxiety fight. Chimera and Bellerophon take to battle. Who will win? In my life it was always Chimera, the anxiety. Ignore the truth. I want to tell her to forget what I said, but it's there. It's already out there. Honey, you don't have to believe what I believe. Ask your mom what she believes. I did. She said we go to heaven, and I don't know if I believe that either. I'm angry, but I can't tell her what to think. What do you think happens, baby? I don't know. I'm scared now. And I realize something. I tell her that everybody thinks about death. It's just something that happens. We walk around every day knowing that this will end at some point, and that's very brave. She wipes her little nose on my shirt, and I don't give a damn if I'm covered in baby snot by the morning. I fucked up. I'm a fuck up. You have everything ahead of you and you're worried about the end. You're just like me. You used to worry about death? I used to have dreams about it all the time. Why? I don't know. She stopped sobbing. Can I have some ice cream? Of course you can. Daddy? Yeah. I think I may say something to that girl at school. Good. Good, I think. She'd be a waste of propane anyway.